everyone, welcome back. This is Satya from Java Beam, and in this video we are going to discuss about Java JDK 11 new feature HTTP client API. This is an incubated feature in JDK 9, and there are some enhancements in JDK 10 as well. And finally, from Java JDK 11, it is a standard feature or it's part of Java language. Here HTTP client API we can use instead of HTTP URL connection. Previously we were using HTTP URL connection, and now with the new API we can achieve same things, and there is many advantages we can get. Unlike HTTP URL connection, using HTTP client API, the new API, we can make synchronous and as well as asynchronous connections. Yeah, we all know synchronous connection is we send a request and we wait for the response. Until the response is reached back to the client, we cannot proceed ahead. But asynchronous connections, we send a request and we'll go ahead and we will do other operations, and the meantime the request can come back, so we won't wait for asynchronous request. So that is the advantage. And using the new API we can make multiple requests at the same time, means we can handle multiple requests and responses. Yeah, new API is providing multiple builders from the API, and using that API we can easily make requests and we can handle responses very effectively. Let's go to Eclipse, and we will work with a real-time example. We will see hands-on coding and we will see advantages. Here are the four things we can discuss here. One is HTTP request, and this is, you can assume it is a satellite and we need a launcher that is called HTTP client. Client uses the HTTP requests and sends the request. Client sends the request. So this is like a satellite launcher is launching the satellite, and from that we will get the response, that is HTTP response. Yeah, this is like four parts we can divide our application. And first we will build a request, HTTP request, and that request will be handled by HTTP client. So we will build HTTP client, and HTTP client object or HTTP client builder will send the requests, and we will get the HTTP response, and we will evaluate the response, and we will see the response body. Yeah, everybody know like how the client and server applications works. Let's say here is a client, and client send a request to the server or a service. So here that request can be over the network, so it is a HTTP request, and that request can be a GET request or POST or delete or put. So there can be multiple type of request. Like a GET request, only we can send the request to get some information. POST is to post some information, means to store this some information in service. And to delete, we request to delete services from the server. So client sends the requests for the HTTP protocol, and the server receives the request, then it responds back with the required information, and then client evaluates the response and proceeds further. Let's see one example. Here is my URI. It's, you can assume this is a dummy URI. It's Postman Echo URI. Let me, as we discussed earlier, first we will build a HTTP request client. HTTP request object we will build. Then we will build a client. HTTP request client. HTTP request we are building. So that is from java.net.htp. Yeah, this is a request, and we use the builders to build. So new builder, here are one more builder which takes the URI. Either one you can use. I'm going with the first one, and On builder, we created a request and we are setting the data. Now I am setting the URI. That URI is of type URI object. So URI dot create. Let's see what is the method. URI dot create and pass our URI string so that it will create a URI object. Then we will set the request type get or post. So initially we work with get request and then we'll see post request. And we can see if we have to set any other things, like we can set the version. This version is like a HTTP protocol. We can say HTTP 1 or HTTP 2. So these versions protocols can be set either one of. This is the latest protocol. But if it is application is not supported, then application internally takes the older protocol, that is HTTP 1 protocol. Either one we can set. I'm going with the HTTP 2. And let's see, is there any things we can set, like we can set the headers like content type, application JSON, and there are many things we can set. We can set the timeout as well. Yeah, we set the version. So I think that is pretty much. Now we will build this one so that we will get the request object. Now step 1 is completed, we got the request object. Now we build the client, so that is HTTP client equal to HTTP client dot new builder, and on top of this client, let's see is there any things we can set here. We can set the authentication, we can set the cookies if you want, and we can set the connection timeout, and proxy also we can set, SSL we can set, and version. So but we are just fine. We can create a client like simply this one. Now we got the client. Now we will launch the request. I means client dot send or send. Yeah, this method we will use. Here we have to give the request, so we already built the request object. We are passing the request, then response body handler. So we'll see body handler. So we will take this body handlers class, and from that we use string. So response body we are taking as of type string, and yeah, we can see any other things we have to set. I think this is pretty much. And here we have to handle this exception, so I'm starting with the try catch. Here this send method will give the response object. See here HTTP response. So we have to get the HTTP response to evaluate the response object, and the response we are expecting as a string. So let me take this string, and this is a response catching. Yeah, we have to see, we have to analyze the response. So there is a code, status code, whether success or fail. Based on that code we can evaluate. Other one is we have to evaluate the body, response body. But let me run this one, we'll see if we are getting proper response or not. Yeah, we are getting the response, but we are not passing any data. We able to successfully send the request. Let me send the request. In get request we will send the data in request header, I mean query string. So let's send username Java Beam, and password is something like this, and let me send. Yeah, here I send the request. So we got this request, whatever we sent in inquiry string, we got from the arguments, and this is a status code. This is a status code from the response. It's 200. 200 means success. So we successfully able to send the request. And yeah, we got the username, password. Apart from that, we can see the headers, host, and all these. This is a URL from that request is being sent. If you want, you can set headers, and from as part of the header also you can set the data like headers. Here header, whatever you can set, but that is not important. This is how we can send a request from client to server using the new HTTP API. This is a GET request, and probably I will make a video for post request, and post request are so similar, but it changes how the data is being sent. Like data is being sent in GET request is from the request URI, but from the post request we send the data as part of body. That will be the difference. Yeah, that's all about this video on Java JDK 11 new feature HTTP client API. So recap on what we have learned so far. As we have discussed, there are four parts. The first part is HTTP request, where we build the request object, request builder using, and we'll build the HTTP client. The client is to launch or send the request to the server side, and from that, so this third part is sending part, where client sends the request, and fourth part is we'll get the response. So that is HTTP response. From that response we will see what is the status. Like status can be multiple types, like 4xx. xx means 400. Let's say 400 means that URI is wrong URI, and if you get 5xx, like 500 or 501, whatever, it is internal server error. So server has encountered some problem while processing your request. If you get 200, it might be 201, whatever, like 2xx we refer. So if we are receiving 2xx, that is success, means successfully we able to send the request and we got the response back. That is how the status codes, and in that body we will see the whatever the response we are receiving, whatever the inputs we are getting. So here from the arguments we can get all this data. Yeah, and yeah, this is how we have seen like 4 parts. Yeah, that's all about this video, and thanks for watching, and please do subscribe our channel.